Oh man, I enjoy that song. Good morning. Hello, welcome back. It's morning in my time zone. Wherever time zone you might be in. Hello. Good day. Today is October 16th, 2018. My name is Jeff Fritz. Welcome back to my live coding stream. We're going to write a little bit of code together. Thank you for the follow, PH by Design. I appreciate you clicking through there. Let's see. What do we want to talk about here before we get started, before we get too far into this? I'm wearing my black geek hat today. I was looking for my black Microsoft hat. Sad day yesterday. One of the co-founders of Microsoft, really a pioneer in technology, Paul Allen, passed. He had a long bout dealing with a number of, he had a couple of medical issues. I forget exactly what it was, but did a lot of great things for the Pacific Northwest, a lot of great things for our industry, really getting personal computing on the software side off and running. So kind of a sad day for that. I wanted to wear my black Microsoft hat. This is as close as I could get to a black hat that wasn't too ostentatious. Is that a good word? So thanks so much, Paul. We really appreciate it. Everything you did for us in our industry. So he had a super dope boat. Yes, he had a super dope boat, indeed. An amazing boat. All right, I've got some coffee all queued up here. I'm feeling good. Let's see. So that's where I've got the geek hat on today.
Morning, Fritz and friends.
Good morning, Welsh Ronaldo. Thanks so much for the kind subscription there. We'll, of course, make a donation to Girl Develop It for that. 3 months in a row with your Twitch Prime. That's great stuff. Ashnor, he was not active at Microsoft. He was on the board until about 2000, and then he departed. About the same time that Bill Gates stepped down as CEO, a little bit before. So, let's see. What else do we want to talk about? So there's that. Let's get some music playing here in the background, some music to code by. Today I think we'll play Green. That was the original name of this song. There it comes. Oh, don't go away there. All right. This is, of course, music to code by. Songs and music that's been scientifically engineered to get you in the groove, get you focused, get that feeling of flow where all your other worries just kind of fade away and you can focus on whatever the task is at hand and just get stuff done. Check it out at mtcb.pwop.com. You can buy, I think it's the first 15 songs. Or you can sign up for a subscription at Music to Flow By. And of course, you'll get a new song I think it's every few months. He issues a new song. And there's 6 songs that you can download free out there right now. Check it out, musictoflowby.com. All right. Turkan's asking, where's the Rainbow Challenge bar? Let's change scenes here. We'll go over mattthedev.net. Thanks so much for using your Twitch Prime subscription. And Bill and Steve, you're dancing a little quick there. Of course, we'll make another matching donation to Girl Develop It. Very cool stuff. Thanks so much. I really appreciate the kind subscriptions. I want to call out down here in the corner, Knob Commerce Days I'll be at in Las Vegas, and we just missed Wintellect Now went by. I have a lot of great videos over there if you're interested in learning more and not having this kind of talk radio type of experience. I've had some folks complain, hey, I don't like hearing that stupid music in the background. What's with the Balmer thing? If you want to have just me talking at you, explaining how to do something, check out Wintellect Now. And of course, I'll be at the Dev Intersection event. There's Wintellect Now. I'll be at Dev Intersection in Las Vegas in December. And I promise you, that Las Vegas event in December is going to be amazing. Did they complain in that voice? Actually, I think it was more of a broken English voice. You shouldn't be bringing on Balmer like this. Turn it off. Go away. Shoo. Something like that, maybe? All right, let's go over to the tighter shot over here because I want to make sure, there it is. So we're at 3962 followers, trying to close in on 5,000 before December 1st, and then we will have a rainbow beard for Dev Intersection in Las Vegas. And I think some of my marketing friends at Microsoft are going to look at that and go, but it'll be great. It'll be amazing. The number picked up a bit over the past few days. It did slow down in September. I wasn't exactly streaming every day. But I do want to call out, if you head over to the events tab, so up there up at the top of Twitch, somewhere above my head there, probably a little bit over this way, there's an events button. If you click that, I pulled off the Xamarin workshop. The folks that I was working with on that are no longer working on Xamarin. They're working on other projects right now, so we need to rethink that workshop, and we'll come back to that. But on Halloween, you heard a little preview of what I'm going to be doing. You heard the Halloween theme at the beginning. We're going to do undead coding, not live coding, undead coding. This is going to be a lot of fun. I've got a number of special sound effects queued up. I've got some monstrous bugs that we're going to talk through exactly what caused them and solve them together. Hey, Winter Mute. Yes, long time no see. Great to see you here. But I've also got tricks and treats for the undead coding session. I've got a number of giveaways from some sponsors. They're not going to show up in the box over there until maybe next week. They'll show up, but I do have some giveaways that we're going to run that day. I've got some stickers. I've got some product from some sponsors. I've got some free gift codes that I can pass out to you. You'll be able to go and sign up and have sponsored products delivered to you. It's going to be amazing. Let's do Undead in F Sharp. We're almost there. We're almost ready to get back into F Sharp. My friend Philip Carter is on holiday this week, the programming lead for F Sharp. I want to make sure I get some things nailed down with him before I decide to dive back into F Sharp. We're close. Xamarin workshops are always fun. Running one on the 10th of November. Very cool. Laptop lid is being crushed by the amount of stickers that you have punished it with. The IT guy has to hate the sticker industry. Now they have razor blades. They come right off. So there you go. Head out there to the events tab. You can click through and click a remind me here. It'll give you a little reminder that you can put on your calendar. You can share, notify your friends, let them know that we're going to be doing a lot of fun on Halloween morning. Halloween morning here on the East Coast of the States. And should be, like I said, I think it'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to doing undead coding principles. Yes, it'll be fun. I need to download like Monster Mash and a couple other songs that we can have playing in the background while we're writing some code. Comments never die. Yes, they do. All you have to do is delete that line from source control. Ooh. I'm almost done my coffee. That's not good. We're not even how far in here, and I'm already almost done my coffee. Oh my gosh, not even 15 minutes in. This isn't good. Commits never die. Yes, commits never die. Werewolves of London. I like how you spelled that. Werewolves of London. Yes. I still haven't checked out what the deal is with the Streamlabs chat plugin and why it's forcing everybody to lowercase. This isn't the only chat where I've seen that. I've also seen it on Noopcat's. Yes, Noopcat's stream where it forces everybody to lowercase. I saw it on somebody else's stream as well. But definitely, when I saw it on her stream over this past weekend on Sunday, it was like, it's not just me. Okay, it's somewhere else. C# has a go-to keyword. Talk about an undead keyword. Oh, yes. -- force would like a word with me. All right, let's talk about CoreWiki. So this is CoreWiki is out there at CoreWiki.info. You can check it out. There's information. Still no themes have been submitted, if anybody wants to do this. But we're going to do a little bit of work on this today. We're going to push through. There's a couple of comments and gosh, a number of pull requests that were just opened in the last 12 hours that I think we'll go through, and we'll merge a couple of them, and then I want to go into I'm going to go back into working on our first start experience and start getting more and more of that configured. So, taking a look here, this first issue, right, that was just opened a few hours ago by Argtang. Is Argtang here in the chat? No. But I want to talk about this one, handling date formatting, and then let's head over here and open this up a little bit. This is something that I thought we had handled. We spent a bit of time working with John Skeet on exactly this problem, and it feels like there's something we're missing here, if this is in fact still a problem. Hey, GA Progman, good to see you. Because if I head over to CoreWiki.info, this should be doing formatting with some JavaScript. And if I hit F12 and open this up, no, there is no service worker. So that's not pointing to the right location. We'll have to look at that later. But if I look at this simple MDE, I'm not worried about that. But there should be some code that runs to do that reformatting. Right? Let me go back over here. Under Inspector, right? The actual date up here. Come here. Why won't you let me inspect? I'm clicking you. I want to plus. No. Fine. Is it this one? There it is. So the actual date, there it is, data value, we're publishing a date in a format here that's an ISO standard, and then we have some code that executes to reformat it into an appropriate date format here. So if I change my region, right, this should be coming off of my browser setting, how it formats that, right? If I change my region setting, it should be reformatting it. This telling me, no way do I want to store time zone for users in a database. Time zone settings and time formatting preferences, in my opinion, should be coming off of the browser. The browser should be dictating these things. We can find a way to send date format from JavaScript. See, I don't want this rendered on the server, because then I've got output caching that changes based on what region folks are coming from. Hey, Ancient Coder, good to see you this morning. This afternoon, I'm guessing, right? You just drank coffee. Get ready. All right. But if I look at the region settings here, right, I should be able to set that. Right, isn't that under preferences over here? There's information about right. There's information about like what region I'm from or something. I forget where that is. Not Firefox account. I don't want my Firefox account. C#.net. Thank you so much for that subscription. 2 months in a row. Thanks so much for joining us. And we will make a donation to Girl Develop It. I actually spoke to the folks, the ladies at Girl Develop It yesterday. Swapped emails with them, right? I exchanged emails with the ladies there. And they're thrilled with what we've been doing and supporting their organization. We're going to set up we're gonna set up a pair programming stream in the next month, depending on my travel and their availability.
More donations.
Thanks so much, Pac-Man Jr. Yes, so we're gonna set up a pair programming opportunity for one of their instructors, one of their folks, to join us, walk through some code, do some work together here. It'll be great. 5 kids, 3 girls. I love the girl develop it as a thing. Me too, Matt the dev. Me too. So I really appreciate it. I think back under general is where I'm looking for. Oh, okay. It's okay for dates. Hang on, let me back up. Morzell says, hi all, sometimes it's strange to read good morning. I have about 40 minutes left until I finish my workday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time it might be in your time zone, or even if you're watching the recording and it's out there in the future. Let me know how the Eagles do this football season. They're struggling a little bit here, 3-3. Let me know. Yes, Matt the dev. Hello, future people. Hop in your DeLorean, get it up to 88 miles an hour. Come on back to the chat room and let me know what happens. Now I'm going to watch a chat room and see if anybody comes back. Let's see. So, least fixed point. It's okay for dates, but for language in general, sometimes it's nice to be able to set it on the page. For example, MSDN is really horrible if you view it in German, so I wanted to remember me setting it to English. Okay. Sure. We're not at a point where we can support translations, but I think we can do that. You think it's back under my general settings for the region. Language and appearance. Here we go. Fonts and colors. Choose your preferred language for displaying pages. Let me do that. So I've got English and then English. Select a language to add. I'm going to choose something. Well, somebody mentioned German. I'll go back to German. There we go. Germany. At that. Yep, put it up at the top. I'll start there. Lots of love for girl development. Absolutely. I like the general idea, but really, why not programming for kids? We need both. Yeah, I can buy that. I'm okay with that. And I think when we look at 2019, we may cycle through a couple of different charities that we support with our cheers and our subscriptions. So, all right. So I flipped that over. Let's see here. Hey, Sweaty Omar. Good to see you. It's been a while since we've seen you as well. Handling time zones in verbal way is easy. You can say good morning at 10 p.m. You'll get smiles as a response. Let me refresh this now. So I set it to Germany, and it's still. I mean, I think that's right as a long date format. I think that's okay. But if we look at history, yeah, it's still the long time format here, and those should be, yeah, those are getting reformatted as well, because we have the JavaScript instance.js. No, what's the name of that JavaScript library that we're using that automatically reformats all of our dates and times? I think it's down at the bottom here. jQuery Moment.js, that's what we're using. It's good to be back watching the stream. Oh, it's good having you back, Wintermute. Thanks so much for coming back. Woo! There you go. Oh, here we go. Least fixed point says for German it would be 2. September 2018. Okay. So it's not localizing the format. So I wonder if, looking at the console here, right, I wonder if this type error, right, I wonder if this is creating a problem and blocking some of our code from executing. Let's take a look over here. Control P, no, I don't want that. Why isn't... where's my code? What the heck? No. I'm looking for content on... Oh. I'm sorry. I should be down in here. So if I scroll down to the bottom here, on load, get element by ID, compare form, no. On submit, no. So there's the service worker. I feel like that tilde/, we need to fix that. Where is... Okay, so there's moment, but I don't see moment being called to do the reformatting. Next time mail comes is tomorrow, as today it seems to... Okay. I had a lot of personal turmoil since the last time I was here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Wintermute. Oh, and the time would be, yep, 24-hour time. You're right, least fixed point. Hey, Uncle Bill. Good to see you. So what I'm looking at here, it does look like we had code that would fire stuff from moment.js to go through and do the date formatting. And you're right, it looks like it's not. Right, there's Popper, Bootstrap, and Font Awesome. Somewhere, or is it up here? There's the theme. Yeah, I think we lost the call to moment. Oh my gosh! Are you kidding, Wintermute? Oh, that's terrible. Well, I'm glad to hear that it sounds like you're back on your feet here. Oh, there goes the last of the coffee. So, this feels like we dropped something here. So, let's dive into the code and see what's going on. There was reformat timestamps. Am I missing it? No. We had something to do reformat. It's in site.js. Site.js. Let's go take a look-see. All right, so I've got that open. And let's open Visual Studio Code. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Yep, need to open the keyring. All right. Let's close some of these. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, save that for now. Fantastic. I get the mentions from folks on Twitter on my watch, and that's why I'm looking down. There's an available update. Well, we'll do that later. Let's see. I thought we had in the layout of our pages that call into site.js. There it is. Site.js. Oh, you know what? That's only running in development. No, site min.js append version true. Just finished a contract gig. Oh, that's great. The update should show up in Ubuntu's updates as well. So somewhere, this feels like it isn't getting picked up, this site min.js reference. Just looking at, well, and CoreWiki info is a little bit behind. Right, this should appear after Font Awesome 520. It should appear right here. And it's not there. Right, it should appear before the render section scripts. Right, site min.js should be up here somewhere. Right, JS, there's site min.js, right? Where it should be doing that. It is. Look again in the browser. It is. Font Awesome. cross origin anonymous. It should be right after that. 3 lines up from font awesome. That's Bootstrap Min. Oh, why is it up there? Okay, so that should be running. That should be running. But it's clearly not. Which makes me think that the service worker script, is shooting us in the foot here. Right, so go back over to debugger. Right, so here, service worker, navigator, service worker, register. Right, that register tilde service worker needs to be re-registered back to, right, so it's not tilde slash, but it needs to be rendered on server side so it knows exactly where to get it. And honestly, I think it should just go to slash service worker. Hey, one man army. This is native JavaScript. C# server side? Yeah. Yeah. So where the heck is that service worker bit registered? Right, if we try and figure that out real quick. No. Oh wait, you know what? I bet. I bet you that's in our spa settings that we started setting up. And we didn't really finish. Telemetry exceptions, security workers routing database, first start configuration, configure localization. Right, because this, right? Ooh, forget that. No. I thought we had started putting something in to work with that. Because it's clearly not in the layout of the page. And it's after the render section. It's something that's adding it to, it's like some middleware that's adding it to the application, which would tell me that it's happening somewhere in here. Right, I don't think it's under configure telemetry, no. Oh, it closed the startup page. Oh man. But it's clearly in my mind the service worker that's erroring out. Right? This error right here is what's not. Can I zoom in on that? Right, that's what's causing us grief. But I feel like it's been abstracted away from us here. I don't think. Oh, we need to fix that at some point. I don't think we're adding. Oh, and I tried doing the find on service worker. Where'd it go? Back into startup. Is it under application services? No. Mediator, first start configuration. That's not us. Let's see here. Context type. Hey, Vision. No, I don't know where that would be coming from. It's not in there. Automapper services, that's not it. It's not going to be in configured database. Why am I running in Ubuntu? Why not? I'm showing that we can do .NET with Ubuntu all month long. It's a way for us to learn a little bit about using something that's not Windows for a little bit here for .NET folks, which I think is a good thing. You know, let's get uncomfortable and try something different. Ooh, I wonder if this is it. Routing, MVC, view localization, data annotation localization. No. It's not in the RSS feed. Let's see here. Clock, context, articles. I bet you that's it right there. I actually run Linux as well, so happy to see it. Oh, that's great. Is it Vision E or is it Vision? Let me know, and I'll make sure that I say it right there. So I think we found it. It's right there. You like my wow? I just loaded those two in the last week. Those two sound effects. I had to get the Wilhelm scream, you know. Fellow tuxer. I didn't know that was a tuxing. Is that how it? Never mind. What other options do I have here on the PWA options? Well, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Web manifest. What's strategy? Service worker strategy. Okay. What can I do here? Cache, fingerprinted cache first. Cache first. Vision, I guess. All right, no problem. The Wilhelm scream makes me chuckle. I'm going to save that because I've got plenty of other screams. Okay, that's enough. That's not really a scream, though. It's just Scott. What I'm looking at here, I don't think I want to change the strategy. I'm trying to figure out, is there a way for me to change, and I hate that the snippets appear here. I wish it was just offline route. I don't know what that does. What's it do? Is there the route to the page to show an offline? No. Register service worker. Aha. Determines if a script that registers the service worker should be injected into... Well, there it is. Service worker cache control max age. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to shut off register service worker. Because the URL that it's using is wrong. Which tells me... Yeah, I feel like this is going to need some help. Right? It feels like there's a bug in Add Progressive Web App. So let's give this a try. I saved that. I'm going to come over here. Dev. Zagorks. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell your kids, tell your pets. Sign up for Twitch and click follow so we can push that Rainbow Beard Challenge. We want to get out to 5,000. Let's see here. So I went to dev. Oh my gosh, Jeff, you can't type today. And I'm going to go down to this. I should be on. I'm on the first start. Let's see here. I wonder how many folks in the chat use Linux as the daily driver. Good question. Let me know. Let us know what you use there. What extensions do you have running that add the additional icons on the activity bar? Vision, you're referring to Visual Studio Code? Give me a second. I will talk about that. Let's do this. Let's .NET watch run and just leave that running here in the background. Just gonna scoot that over so we can keep an eye on it. And I'm going to open, yep, localhost 8081, Philox W. Thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us here. Well, that's not going to work. So my URL helper stuff is still broken from when I was working on it the other day. Nuts. All right, so let's do this. Let's open a new tab. Let me do a git checkout. And let's call this fix URL helpers. Let me add CoreWiki application common. Let me add that. Work in progress. All right. Go back one. And let's reset. No, wait a sec. I'll lose the configure scope services. Yay. Configure scope services. Fixing service worker. All right. Now git reset. All right. So now, right, this should be able to compile now. No. Oh, you know what? Because I committed all that other stuff. iThrud, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us here this Tuesday. Yeah, you know what? I've got a bunch of these other pages in here that are changing with that URL helpers bit. Rats. Ugh. So we started down this work on refactoring URL helpers. And this commit right here is messing us up a little bit. The classy fatso. Well, what links are you going to share? Classy. Use Win 10 at work, but in private Linux is just nicer. Okay. Need to pick a discipline: theoretical computer science, networks, software engineering, and security databases. With any of those things, you got to remember you're going to be constantly learning. You're in a in this industry. You're always going to be learning. So choose something that you want to continue learning for a while before you change over to something else. But it's very possible. 8 links real quick. Oh, I see. I see. I see what you did there. Nice. It would be a very boring place. And that's the way we were back in 2000 when 95% of the world was on Windows. I feel like I need to rebase this, and I need to pull out this commit, this F15. Because I need to roll back those changes that I was working on. So head -3, I think we want to do. So rebase lets us rewrite history. We can push and pull commits into and out of our source control here. So I do want that first one. I want to drop this one. So I am going to... Rats, this isn't... All right. And I do want that one as well. Cool. All right. So that should... Nope, we still have a broken build. Okay, iService collection does not contain a definition for iFirstStart. So we're pretty close now to having this working again, so we can go through and fix this little bit here. Here we go. So where is startup? I thought I had startup open. Let's go over here. No. There's startup. Okay. Add first start configuration. So this was something that we were working on. Isn't it always fun putting these pieces back together? So first start configuration, that's where I want to spend most of our time working today. Was over here, use first start configuration. And we didn't finish, okay, we had a thing for add first start configuration. Let me just put it back in here. Right, add first start configuration should take a collection of iService collection. So iService collection, add first start configuration. This iService collection services, and I'm just going to return services. And that should fix startup for us. There it goes. Which means that this should rebuild and start working. Using launch settings. There we go. Now it's running. All right, what do we got in the chat room? Have a bit of love-hate with SAP. I'm so sorry. It's one of those enterprise things that people either really love or they really hate. If I can leverage it and use it to make 100K a year, I don't care. You know what? That's what a lot of SharePoint folks say as well. They love or hate SharePoint. Customizing and second level support, yes. Yep. I didn't start using Linux for command line interface, but it's growing on me very quickly. Yeah, I feel that way also. The command line interface really, it does grow on me. All right, unable to resolve service for type first start configuration while attempting to activate index model. Oh, you know what? We have in that first start configuration bit that we were working on. Where'd it go? Not there. We didn't register it yet. Is first start complete? I'm going to return... Yeah, incomplete. I'm going to change that to false just so we can get past this. So that'll restart here. There we go. We should be able to rerun. Come on. I know. See, you're running. It shouldn't be going into first start. It should be just going to the root of the application. There we go. All right. So this bit right here. The music is very nice. Would it be free to use? You can download. There's links to music to flow by if you're interested. You can download it from the website. If you wanted to use it as part of a production, I ask that you reach out to Carl and check in with him, see if he will permit it. Because of course you're using his music. You always want to check with artists and authors before you use some of their content. But to listen to it, there's a number of free songs there at musictoflowby.com. 6 of them, I believe, that you can download. And each one's about 25 minutes long. Hey, Mr. Regs, and there's Brave Cobra. Hello, hello. Hi, Molly. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And if anybody's not a follower and you're interested, you want to support us, you want to help push that rainbow beard gauge across, click that follow button up at the top. I'll recognize you. We'll have a little alert pop up here, and we'll keep moving that goal along. Big thanks to my friends at G Fuel this week. They sent me a very nice package of a product, a new shaker cup. So this is, they call this their Miami Mornings cup. I think that's kind of cool. Very Miami Vice feeling. So now let's check this and see if that, yeah, look at this. Type error E is undefined in easy MDE. I thought we had, I remember seeing this at one point. And I thought we had this fixed. How would you describe the taste? Gatorade, milkshake, other. So the one that what I'm drinking now, this is called Blue Ice. This is the one that I'm currently enjoying. And it tastes like that blue raspberry that you might have had at the country fair. Crockett and Tubbs would be proud.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're right. So this right here is trying to call in, and there is no easy MDE on the screen. Let me see what that is. And somewhere in here, what are these drinks? Anything special? So G Fuel, it's a energy drink that'll a lot of the gamer folks use. Helps me focus a little bit. Helps right as a coffee alternative. Has as much caffeine as coffee, but no sugar. So I really enjoy it. So this call here, when there is no editor up, looks like is what's choking. No joke, 19, and my reward for passing the A+ exam was the complete series of Miami Vice on DVD. That's so cool. Oh, that's awesome, Wintermute. Meal replacement. No, I wouldn't go that far, Mr. Regs. But there are some folks that they've been using G Fuel and they've lost a little bit of weight because they're not taking in as much sugar. There's fruit flavors and whatnot. So yeah, it is an energy replacement. Yep. I think we need to kind of wrap this bit down here so that we don't try and show the text editor if you don't have access, right? So if I log in here, right? So now I do have the editor, and it, right? Because the editor is being displayed, I don't get the issue here. So I think what we have to do I have a discount code? There's a number of them that you can get from their website. If you go there, there's a daily deal that you can download. But I will tell you that they are one of the sponsors that are helping out with the Halloween. So there's free codes up at the top for free shipping. There you go. Deal of the day. But I do have a couple starter packs we're going to give out on the Halloween show. So, yeah, right. So we'll give out some G Fuel. I've got some discount codes to Wintellect Now. We're going to give away. I've got some sticker packs we'll mail out. So it'll be a good time. All right, so clearly the error that's blocking some of this now is that MDE tool. It's trying to present it when there's no code to present. So where is it doing that? Right, that's on the home page, right? If I go back to the home page, and it's the comments block, I think, is where we're seeing that. Any major things I missed? I'm looking at this issue that ArgTang opened just a few hours ago that says that the date-time formatting isn't working properly. And it turns out, if you look at the page, and I'm on the production location at CoreWiki.info, the service worker is pointed to the wrong location. That doesn't exist. So it's choking. Pastel shirts and cotton suits. Nice. So this is coming off of the Progressive Web App extension that we have installed. Not that one. Not that one either. It is... Oh, geez. Not that one either yet. I think it was... Yeah, here. Add Progressive Web App. The service worker it's registering is pointed to the wrong location. So I think we need to reach back to these folks and see if there's a configuration we're missing or something there. So that's one piece. the code to load the comment editor, right, which I believe is here in create comments. No. Right, no, that's not adding. And I bet you it's not in list comments either. No. Okay. Comments partial. Partial discuss comments if we're doing that. No. Is it on the details page that it's adding that MDE? Duration, editor style. Let's go back to the code over here. Back up to here where it's Is it in site? It's not in site.js. No. Right, it's down here where it's creating the easy MDE. Right there. So it's after site.js. This is in the render scripts of the page that it's doing this. Okay. So details, this is there it is, editor script. Editor script, where is it? Ah, there we go. Right here. So if it's not showing, it shouldn't execute this. Am I participating in Hacktober? Yes, we are. If you submit pull requests to my repositories, and you send notice back to the folks running Hacktober, we will absolutely ensure that you get credit. Given how humid it is in Maryland, you should start doing that again. I don't know. You're about to get into cold season here. Winter, it's going to be a little bit chilly. Okay, so the MDE, right? The editor is right here in. So there's editor toolbar, form group. Christopher Jonas, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate you joining us. Okay, hang on. So easy MDE, and then it defines the toolbar, open file, validation scripts partial. So where is it using easy MDE? Right, at some point it's applying that. Script source, easy MDE. That's an editor script. That's where we are. New easy MDE. So this is if we open a file, editor style. How does it know to put it on that create comments? Right, where the editor is. Right, if this is create comments, localizer new comment, row, form group. Right, so this is your name and address, label, text area. There it is. Form control. Right, so it's like looking for it. An ID or class on text area. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is it's looking at this and that's what it's flipping, right? If we go back over to this, code mirror dash scroll, editor toolbar, label class, control label for content. There, text area ID equals content, name content, display none. That's what this is rendering right there. So that's it. All right. So if we have a text area with a class of form control, then we want to show. Wow, how do you pronounce that? D. Tuishart? Thanks so much. Hey, so serious now. Thanks so much for the subscription. I will match that and we'll make a donation to Girl Develop It. Let's see here. You missed a lot of solid violations. Oh, we're not doing that right now. It's bundled with the validation script and it turns the first text area. It's bundled with the validation scripts. Is it? Validation scripts partial. Aha. Well, there's nothing calling it right there. Right, so let me think this through for a second. If... It's not there. Oh man, I've got too many of these open. Where was it that the scripts were in for that? It was editor scripts or something. Editor script, there it is. Right. Yes, stay open. Thank you. So let me log out. If we go to the console, now we get the error. If I don't create easy MDE, right? So let's just try commenting this out for the sake of seeing what happens. Right, and reload. Looks good, right? So that that feels like that's what we need to do. Is we need to check if that text area, if there is a text area on the page, and if there isn't, only include it if there is a text area on the page. Right? So let's do this. Right, if we make this window dot easy MDE, but we want to do document. Oh, that's not how you spell document. Well, that'll explain why. All right, get element by tag name, text area. That's it. Right? I don't need to actually say, does that exist or something. Right? If I just do that, let's fix the indentation here. Wow. Divya, oh, wait a sec. Divya and Shun Gitwich. Welcome, Divya. I appreciate the follow. Ubuntober with the Undead Geek. Yes, that's in 2 weeks. We'll do that. All right. So now let me try this. Let's refresh. I'm logged out. It's not there. No, it's still not. It's still hitting this. Get elements by tag name. Oh, wait a sec. Did that return something? Right, if we say dot... dot keys dot length. Yeah, because if it's 0, that'll be false, right? Is undefined. Okay, well that's even... Dot keys is undefined. Okay, hang on. Just do dot length, right? Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Tomorrow could be when your Surface comes. Oh, that's awesome, Janescu. But there we go. That solved that, and my formatting looks good there. W7T2A, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Am I in German mode? Yeah, I am in German, but it's still not doing the formatting. Right? It's still... Oh yeah, GA Progman. I will get a normal text area. That should have been fine. Do you still get the MDE toolbar on new article? Let's check that out. Let me log back in. So I do get it over here. If I go to new article. Yep, we still get it because I'm doing that test to see if a text area exists. So I think we're in good shape there, Ancient Coder. Thanks for that sanity check. Let's see here. All right, let me log back out. But right, the date time formatting isn't hitting. So we fixed the editor script. That date time formatting should be, it's in site.js. So it always gets triggered on every page. Down here. Reformat timestamps. It's going to find all with timestamp value. And do a moment.js format. So let's go back to the, oops. I want the details page. And it is route, localizer. No, up here. Localizer published, span data value, class equals timestamp value. Come here, stay. There we go. So that looks like timestamp value. That should be reformatted by moment. Right? Why is that script included in pages that do not have a text area at all? Right. It's conditionally shown whether or not you have access. So yeah, maybe we need to pivot that so that it's not even shown. That was, where did editor script go? Right, maybe if you don't have access, this shouldn't be included. That would be under comments partial. Yeah, if you're authorized, output create comments. Where's it including the editor script? It's on create. Oh, it's on details here. Why is that in the scripts section? Oh, no. Okay, because it's adding the script. Well, we don't always want to call it. We only want to call it when there's a text area. Yeah, I'm going to be chasing that a little bit. I have it fixed for right now. Let me come back to why it's even being output. The script from site.js for moment doesn't feel like it's firing. Console log. Reformatting date. Add it to the script section of pages where you add text. Yeah. Check this in console. Window navigator language. Window navigator language. Yeah. Let me move that over so you can see. German. So let me refresh the page now that I put reform. Oh, you turkey. Shouldn't that be... Do I have to put $1 behind that? Or is it over on here to get... Ah, that's where it is for the string interpolation. HTML span element. Let's do that. No. You're kidding, right? Get attribute data dash value. Yeah. Okay. So it's not getting the German localization for some reason. Moment, date, format, and we're saying format as a long. That should be doing it. Moment.js, right? Localized date format. It should do that. And it was. Yep, moment.format. Right. Let's try that. Let's force the locale. Right? And I'm just trying to get it to do something. If the localization is taking care of region formatting, why do we need JS to format the date as well? Nope, that didn't format it. Or it's giving me the same. Right? Oh, you know what? I bet you I don't have the other localizations of moment installed. A really bad answer there, Fritzbot. If it's taking care of the region formatting, why do we need JavaScript to format the date as well? We're trying to simplify, trying to make the dates, right, make them all the same, send them down to the client, so then we can end up caching the HTML. We don't have a different version for each locale. Right, I'm seeing... Where'd it go? Core with a single, core with all locales. Moment with locales, I think is what we're missing. I thought localization takes care of that. Which localization? It's not the browser. The browser doesn't know how. It just specifies information to you. So I think I need moment with locales. I think is what we're missing here. I'm just bringing in moment min. If I go up to find it, Jeff. Lib. There's moment. Yeah, I'm just bringing in. I need to bring in a moment with locales. Min. Moment with locales. And. Oops, wrong page. There we go. The browser knows where it is. The server doesn't need to. Yes. There is localization that we're going to do on the server as far as, right, we can generate some translations. We can do that. We don't have that wired up, but we've started. We have that facility if we want to build it. So I had the wrong version of locale referenced, of moment. I wasn't referencing the one that had the locale's loaded. Now that I do, it is loading properly. So I'm going to go back to site.js here, and I'm going to yank that little bit. What else did we change? What else did we change? So we updated layout. We added that if into editor script. Site.js I can roll back, but I can add those first 3 and push that commit. Which locales do you have in Moment.js? All of them. Oh, I still have the hard-coded one? Do I? Yep, we do. All right, so if I delete that, this should still... Now, it's not picking up the one that's configured. Async load locale. I don't want that. You know what? I wonder if I say moment locale and load it. Right? Force it to be loaded. Right? If I take window navigator language. Right? If I say moment. And do that. So that it detects. That works. Hey, Divya. Thanks for joining us. What am I building? So we're working on, this is CoreWiki. This is a project we've been slowly working on. We've been adding features to. It's intended to be a simple content management system in the same vein as a wiki, like Wikipedia. So it's got simple create, read, update, delete options for articles. And you can build them out. It's got simple user management, and it's all built using ASP.NET Core with some JavaScript, with some Bootstrap as a Bootstrap as a theming, right? To do our CSS and layout. So it's kind of friendly, easy to use. Hey, Mr. Regs, fantastic. $19. Are you kidding? I thought it was like 40 bucks. Oh, you went the starter pack. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I'm not sure all browsers use that same property for language. Yeah, shouldn't moment detect? Locale aware. What if I just locale? Changing locally, loading locales. I just want to... No, it's not going to particularly find a specific one. Yeah. That's annoying. Moment.js locale. And it points right to that day of week thing. Why I oughta. How do I change the language? Checking the current Moment.js locale. It's possible to list all locales that are listed and available. Well, this is a different. So let me just search for no. We should rewrite CoreWiki in React. You're welcome to submit a pull request for some user interface capabilities. Sure. That'll get the current date and time, Mr. Regs. Window Navigator user language or Window Navigator language. I like that suggestion, Mr. Magoo. Window Navigator. So let's go Window Navigator user language. And go back over here, refresh. Looks good to me. Ship it. let's see, what do we got here? All right, there's that. All right, so we modified editor script and we modified site.js. We didn't do it. Did we do anything in layout? Don't need that. There's editor script. Okay. Because we added that wrapping. There's site.js where we added the locale definition. So we didn't do anything in layout. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Layout, we changed it to moment with locales. Okay. All right. So let's add pages, shared layout. Let's add editor script. And let's add root site.js. All right, and this fixes the issue. This is 322. Now using moment.js locales. Cool. All right, so I should be able to push that. Yeah, here we go. So I need to pull to refresh and then refresh. And then .NET Core Blazor is epic. Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to get pull first. That's fine on startup extensions. So if I get reset hard and then get pull, it should. Yep. So now I should be back up to speed with where we were. And this should not be able to recompile, yeah, because of the URL helpers bit. But I should be able to git push. There we go. So that should that fixes this. Fixed in project first start. Cool. All right. But we've got more to fix there. Nearly finished Bletris. Tetris in Blazor with no JavaScript. Ooh, that sounds cool. Mr. Magoo, when you finish that, let us know. That sounds, or write a blog post so that our friend John Galloway can pick it up and brag about it on the ASP.NET Community Stand-Up. Maruko asks, am I presenting at the PhillyNet Code Camp in November? I will be presenting. I'm in talks. I should be giving a SignalR talk, and we're talking about ASP.NET Core, maybe .NET Core 3. We'll see. But we're working on giving 2 presentations at Code Camp, and maybe even the workshop on Friday. We're talking about that. What's important to me is I don't want to deprive new speakers from an opportunity to speak at a Code Camp. Vision asks, what is SignalR? SignalR is the ASP.NET technology that abstracts away live interactions with the browser. So you might do something, it's magic, yes. You might do something like WebSockets right now, so that from the server, you can push commands down to the client. Or you might do something on the client, like do long polling, right? Or periodic polling where every 5-10 seconds, you poll the server, hey, do you have changes for me? Do you have changes? And that works, but it's extremely chatty, creates a lot of network traffic. SignalR is an abstraction over that allows you to code to a set of user interfaces, a set of APIs, not user interfaces, APIs, to allow those applications that are connected to your server to receive commands from the server that'll tell them, here's some new data to paint, here's an interaction, here's a method to call. It's really neat stuff. So, they feel like zombie programming here. Oh my. That needs to be... George, we need that to be a little louder there. What are we doing here? Where is... Nope, I don't want to be in there. Hang on. Where is... There it is. George Takei, you need to be a little bit louder. Oh my. You're still quiet, George. We need to work on that. So is SignalR like server-side AJAX? You might call it that, sure. But it's a way for you to turn around your typical interaction where a client calls a server. You can have a server call a client. SignalR isn't too new, but it was part of ASP.NET since about 2012. So it's been around for about 6 years. But you'll see it used used in things like stock tickers or sports scores, sports scoreboards. We use it here. See the numbers below me here for the followers and the number of viewers? That's SignalR that's updating those when folks click the follow button or arrive here on Twitch. It will automatically repaint those, just like. And that GitHub ticker up top isn't loading. Let's see if we can force that to load. There it is. Just like that ticker that you see up at the top of the contributors to our repository here. Now, I've got a few things going on here that we still need to fix that are broken, that are really broken, from when we were working on the URL helpers. We've got the delete page, the create page. These are all kind of broken right now. And I don't want to waste our time going through and doing this refactoring right now. It's something that we know what we need to do. I feel like I should take this offline and just hammer through these so that it doesn't distract us and we can do some things that are a little bit more exciting, a little bit more interesting here on stream together. Let me just double check my schedule here. I had a meeting that was rescheduled from 11 a.m. What do we have here? Plenty of time. Terrific. Okay. So I want to come back and I want to work on these URL helpers later. I don't think you particularly want to watch me do that refactoring. I think there's some more interesting things that we can go through here. Argtang is just killing it here with a number of these pull requests. I'm going to look at the ones with the green checks first because I don't want to spend time trying to figure out exactly what might be broken here. This is refactor history CSHTML. It looks like we weren't using automapper on the history page. Putting the Bootstrap class on a button. Change to use Bootstrap and Learn instead of the the old guard generic JavaScript alert. Let's take a look at that. Oh, and let me change my preferences here. No offense to our German friends, but I do prefer English. I speak enough German to be dangerous, but I would prefer to use English if that's okay. So I'll refresh that, and that's on CoreWiki info. We need to do a deploy out there at some point. Okay. Let me change to my dev branch. And hey, quoting Mark, thanks so much for the follow. Maybe we should get some SignalR into the wiki. Real-time statistics, how many articles are written, most written articles by a user. That's a neat idea, Turrican. Do me a favor, open an issue and describe those things, and let's talk about it. I think my friend, let me see if he's here. Is he here? Is Brady here? Brady is not here. I think my friend Brady Gaster, who's the new program manager for SignalR, would be interested in working with us on that. I'm going to text him. Just got a suggestion on stream from a viewer that we need to add some SignalR. It changed, renamed that. Auto-corrected that. SignalR to my CoreWiki project. Interested in helping? Admin dashboard. Oh yeah, public stats. Exactly, right? That's a great idea. Some of that, like what you see with Google Analytics, the number of people that are currently looking at the website. I really like the idea there, Molly. Excuse me. Let's see what we can do to put that. Let's put an issue out there so that we remember the task, and if somebody wants to start a pull request to work on that, absolutely we can start talking about that. Even public stats, yeah, sure. But let's talk about it. Let's plan it, and then we can start building that functionality. Vision asks, I'm building a .NET Core Web API application for fun in my spare time. Cool. I'm going to finish reading this and I'll get back to the text message I just received. But I haven't tackled security aspects yet, like authentication and authorization. I read there are different standards and protocols like OAuth 2. Is there any standard protocol you recommend, and would you know a good guide for it? So Vision, I would suggest you take a look at how the folks who build Identity Server do that. If we look at ASP.NET Core Identity Server, OAuth 2 is going to be a good idea, but take a look at the documentation here on docsidentityserver.io. In fact, I'm going to copy this URL and paste it into the chat room there for you. V. Asu, thank you so much for the follow. There you go. Take a look at how they set up. Identity Server will give you the ability to generate those tokens, those bearer tokens that you're going to want to use inside your application, and should help out a bit with solving that issue. But real-time statistics, a live viewer graph, yes, absolutely. Those are great ways to go. No problem, Vision. Best of luck to you. Let us know how that goes. And if you get something up and running, you want to share it with us, feel free to drop a link in, and we can talk about it. You know, do a code review, figure out, you know, however we can support you. Anybody up for giving general IT career advice? Certainly, Wintermute. Oh, we're always happy to chat and support other pair programmers that are here in the chat room and want a little bit of advice or some direction. We've had students ask questions about where to go with different things. Not a problem. Okay, so I did a git pull here on my dev branch. It should have restarted. Yep, it did restart. Good. So now I'm on my dev branch. And first start is coming back and saying you're not configured yet. So let's, no. Go back over here. And where are we? First start. And let's mark that as false. If I restart that now, it's restarting the application. Come on. Started. There we go. Launch settings. Here we go. Running. Wrong button. I don't want to be on first start. I should be routed back over here. All right. So the fix, the suggestion that's being given here is to refactor history to use AutoMapper on the history page, add Bootstrap class to the button, change to use Bootstrap alert instead of the generic alert. So let's go back over to this. Let me log in as the admin. Let's make a change here. Here's a change. Narf. Okay. So now if I look at the history, yeah, we have an old school button here, and there's an alert also. That might be nice to use a little Bootstrap with. So let's take a look at what argtang has for us here. I'm going to grab the command line instructions. And I think I need to copy these one at a time, if I remember last time we tried this. So I will paste that first one. And then we're going to pull argtang's changes here. So I don't know too much about who argtang is. Let me click and just take a look. Yeah, no information about who they are. But it sure looks like they were working on some projects and stopped for the better part of a year. Okay. We haven't seen our friend Ashley Broughton in a while either. I've been working largely contract roles, but having issues finding a proper org to get mentorship from, given that they don't like to train contractors. Any ideas how to find a positive engineering culture? So it sounds like you need to find a larger organization, right? Some sort of an enterprise to connect in with, or you need to find local meetup groups to help connect with some other folks in your region that'll help with mentoring, help give you some direction. That would be where I would go, right? And even if you joined into an enterprise organization and you told them, well, I'm leaving contracting behind, they don't need to know that you might go back to it in the future. That would be where I would start. Maybe even into a startup organization where they're just trying to find bodies to get stuff done. You know, if you find a startup that has some good folks in there that will get you pointed in the right direction and get you thinking about and working on things in a good way, might be a decent start. So it looks like that refactored properly. Looked like it merged properly, the refactoring merge. So let me reload. All right, so now I do have a nicer compare versions here. It'd be nice if we had the Bootstrap checkboxes, right? And there was also the alert if nothing was checked here. You can only compare two versions. So that looks like it's working properly. Okay, that's fine. I'm good with this little change here. Central Maryland has some nice meetup groups and Charm City JavaScript meetup. There you go. There is is it Maryland.net or Baltimore.net user group? And I know a number of folks from Maryland come up to the Philly.net code camp. It's a little bit smaller these past 2 years because they've been hosting it at the local Microsoft office, which does have a smaller capacity. Hey, there's our friend Brady Gaster. Yeah, so let me come back to you in a second, Brady, because the first question was from Brave Cobra was, what does the AutoMapper use look like? Let's take a quick peek in that history page. Because it was so there's mapper on get mapper map article history. So we should have seen, right? We merged just history. So all it's doing at this point is mapping it. So I think we're okay. How long am I planning to stream for? The rest of my life. No, I'll be streaming till about noon today for about another half hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right, Owen. So it looks like we didn't change the mapping at all here. I think we're good with it just using the mapper to map out those changes. I may go dark with a bus change, but I'll be back. So, not after that. So Brady, the comment that we received, and I'll address the question before you run there, is, so we have this application CoreWiki out here, and it's running at corewiki.info. It might be nice, and we've seen, right, we've got a hit count here of over 15,000 people that have viewed. It might be nice to use, it might be nice to use a little SignalR to put together a public stats page that shows the current number of folks that are reading the wiki, where the current activity is, what are the popular articles that are being read right now, and have that refreshed on a regular basis from SignalR, you know, every couple seconds, depending on the activity through the application. And maybe also have an admin console that allows an admin to see a little bit deeper into that information, thinking along the lines of what Google Analytics presents for some of the folks, the webmaster tools that folks have over there. You're playing the time zone game on me here. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe another half hour tops. So-and-so is editing, so-and-so. There's an idea? Sure. Brady is editing the homepage, you know, so you can see, you know, live the type of activity. And that might not be valuable for everybody, but as an educational opportunity to show off a little bit of SignalR, not bad. I think that might be fun. So, metrics in real time. There you go. So we'll schedule some time with Brady to take a look at that. If somebody could create an issue to describe some of those types of features that we want to look at for some live metrics, we'll be able to present that. Some of your messages don't seem to be getting onto the video. I haven't gotten any moderation warnings here for you, Gareth. Prometheus, then. Prometheus? Yeah, for some reason. Oh, here we go. Twitch isn't giving me moderation information on the webpage. My chat is completely empty on the console. Nice. Way to go. Which tells me there's a JavaScript error. Oh, yeah. They've got all kinds of content security policy errors on the Twitch website right now. Nice. Way to go. Only confirming I won't be streaming at the same time. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to merge in Argtang's changes here. I think this looks pretty good. It's a good addition to this. Automap usage, missing CSS, add alert. Thanks for the contribution. That's not how you spell contribution. This ensures a similar look and feel throughout the application, and I appreciate that. Cool. Great stuff. Thank you, Argtang, for that. Improvement. Add authorization to article not found. So this is something that we were looking at here, where if the article hasn't been found, first or default async, that looks okay. Configure await, that looks fine. Yeah, you should only be able to yeah, we have this to do here. Only show if the user satisfies a policy to create. So there we go. Wrapped with the can write articles policy check. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a good change, right? This is something that makes sense. Prometheus is that one bad movie. A service to collect metrics. Oh! I'm not familiar with that. What? This looks like a good change. So I am going to merge that. Thank you for picking up on that to-do and fixing our security issue there. That's great. I like seeing those little to-dos being picked up and merged. All right. So we still have an issue with URL helpers. Then there's this one. Heavy used in microservice architecture. Ah. All right. Saw that in Razor pages were repeatedly using the wiki/slug redirect. So I added CoreWiki helpers, article URL helpers, to make it cleaner to get article URLs. See, that feels like a route issue. Right? This, let's take a look at one of the changes. I'm not going to look at that. No. No. Here we go. That's the helper. No. No. Gamer2313, thank you for the follow. Love seeing all the follows today. 3972, 28 away from 4,000. 4,000! Oh, man. Would love to get to, I don't know if we'll get to 4,000 before the end of the day today, but yeah, I see this, right? We're reformatting a string here. This feels like something that should be done as a route. You know what I mean? Slug equals, yeah, this is more on the URL helpers bit. But that should be a URL. It's over 9,000. What's over 9,000? What's over 9,000? Noobcat's followers are over 9,000. Is that Mount Aussie? Mount Aussie? Thank you for the follow. No, it's not. And for Gigi, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. What's over 4,000? Anime reference. Ah, I don't know that one. I'm sorry. Let me see here. Is there something going on Twitter? Hey, there's our friend Imperial Girl talking up the stream. Okay. Oh, good. Looks like our friend Glenn Block is going to join us soon. I'm talking to Glenn about possibly doing something with GraphQL. Tegan258, what are we doing? We're writing some code. We're building, so I have this website out here called CoreWiki.info. Let me paste that into... This is a simple content management system that we've been building. We've been working on slowly but steadily here on stream so we can learn how to write code and build applications using ASP.NET Core and C#. And we've been slowly adding features, and we're refactoring and adding some features to this together here today in Ubuntu Linux. So you can see here I'm in a VM. You see my little connection trapezoid up here up at the top. I'm connected into a VM I've called Ubuntober. That's the theme of the month. All month long .NET development in Ubuntu Linux, right? Do something different. Let's get uncomfortable and learn something a little bit, that we're not familiar with. So for .NET developers who are used to being in Windows, jumping over and using Ubuntu it's a nice change of pace. It's something to learn. It's something to help us grow, right? And that's what I want to continue to do here on stream. All right, so I'm going to go back over to Visual Studio Code, and I want to take a look at what was it we were just talking about? So this here with the routing, Real Friendcan, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you joining us this morning. And we're pushing towards this rainbow beard goal over here, right? I've promised I will dye my beard rainbow color for the Dev Intersection Conference in Vegas, and I'll be broadcasting some live streams from there with our friend Noopcat, Suze Hinton. We're going to do some. We have an IoT general session stream that we're going to be presenting live on stage there and simulcasting on both of our channels. It'll be a lot of fun. So I think this is a routing thing that is going on here. Now, if you haven't used routing in ASP.NET Core, you'd like to learn C#, but it does not work out that well. What questions do you have, Tegan? We're using a lot of C# here on stream, and I'd love to be able to offer some tips, get you some pointers, so that we can get you successful with C# here. I'm down into the weeds here with ASP.NET. The ASP.NET, of course, is the web framework that goes with .NET that you use C# with. So let's take a look. Let's see what we can do to explain a little bit more for you and get you pointed in the right direction here. And of course, I've got a complete library of everything we've done here on stream on the YouTube channel. There should be a URL for YouTube that appears here below me on the nameplate. So routing is a feature of ASP.NET Core that turns our web request URLs into actionable places to say, here's the piece of code you need to launch because of whatever was requested. So if you look here, we have this use MVC happening down here, and sometimes you'll see routing dropped into there. We're using a feature called Razor Pages. So we have these conventions that we're using to define, here's the various pages that you're going to go to in order to trigger a specific page when this URL is requested, something that looks like /wiki/ some slug, some piece of text. We're going to actually navigate to the details page that lives at /details. And that's up here under pages. No, down here under pages. Because it's inside of, it's a page route. So if I scroll down, there's the details page. So it's looking for /wiki/ whatever that slug is. It'll pass into this page that receives that slug as a parameter piece of information. And it gets passed on here on this onGet, right? onGet, this is a method that's been defined, right? It's a public method. You can learn about async at task later. This is the type of return that we're doing. But that slug is being passed in, and here's the arguments that it's going to process for that. So I'm seeing new redirect result wiki historical article .slug, and this is the kind of thing that I see this comment is trying to fix. Hey, Robert Tables, good to see you. I think we're having a good day today. It's more like when I learn something, it is difficult to remember it, so it's hard to learn something. Oh, okay, I get it, Tegan. In my experience, I find that when I learn something by actually doing it, by actually putting hands to keyboard and actually writing some code, and then having something that I can reference because, oh, I wrote that, I can go back and read my code. That's what helps me to learn. So we have some folks that contribute pull requests that read some of the code that we're writing here on stream as different ways that they can learn and grow with us. So that's some of the ways that folks are participating, getting a little bit of contribution, some code underneath their belt, and learn a little bit about how to use this. For me, I'm going through this with Tmux and Vim. I have to keep doing something to build up a strong memory. There you go. Yes, Ancient Coder. It's that practice, right? Practice, practice, practice. Repetition helps to commit it to memory. Put a lot on GitHub for reference. Gists are great for this. Yeah. It's what some other folks, Tegan, like to have. They like to set up a Git project in GitHub. Let me scroll up to the top here. That just has, you can set up gists for this, right? That have various snippets of code, but you'll see folks also will create a project that has some snippets, some classes, some configuration files for Vim or for Bash that they can twiddle, they can tinker with, and they have because it's in source control, they can roll back and try different things. A GitHub project with all your goodies in it. Yeah, I'm gonna browse to her repository now because I know she has one of these. I'm going to go over to our friend Suze Hinton's repository here. I know she has, it's like a .files repository or something. If I look up, right, I thought it was like, yeah, .files. Prefs for how I like things. So she has some of her profile scripts in here that set up some of her configuration that because it's in Git repository, you're tinkering with it, trying different things, and if it doesn't work, we'll just roll back or check out a different version. So you're playing with things, you're trying to learn new things, and you have that safety net of source control that you can say, oh, well, that didn't work this time. We'll go try, here's the version that I liked in September, because you can tag things in source control and you can roll around. Oh, I'm glad you like that idea, Molly. Yeah. So, C# in a Nutshell is a great book to learn from? Yes, absolutely. My friend Bob Tabor, I was actually on the phone with Bob last week, has a bunch of really great C# courses that are available at mva.microsoft.com. And actually, the Fritzbot, come on now, I get more videos. The bot should report. Come on now. It's that cognitive service app waking up. It hasn't been used in a little bit. But it should respond and tell me. It should tell you that there's more videos on mva.microsoft.com. But it's not responding. Every time Noobcat is mentioned, this silly platformer game from the 90s pops up. It's MIA and drunk. I don't know if it's drunk, but it's definitely MIA. So, to finish what Argtang is saying here and what I'm thinking through, instead of saying redirect result and just passing in a URL here, I thought there was another way that you could redirect and pass in. It's the URL there. Oh, thank you for the follow, Tegan. I appreciate that. Here we go. Redirect to page. So you can specify the page name, page handler. There it is. Route values. So I can specify details, and I can pass it some route values. I can say slug equals historical article. Right? And now we're using... Why isn't it like that? Does not contain a definition. Oh, I have to put a new here. No, not name of. New. There we go. So, I need to go. I may come back soon. Have a good one, Tegan. I'll be broadcasting again on Thursday. So, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I broadcast. Weirdest game ever. I am the only person riding this bus to Bellevue. So check it out. Brady's watching on the bus. So if so the routing capabilities, right, by switching it from a URL to a route here, this will automatically generate that details link appropriately for us. Catch you later, Tegan. Thanks so much. Wow. We'll see you next time. And of course, I'll archive this video off on YouTube. I'm almost done here. I think we're going to here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reply to this conversation. Checks have failed. Let me see why they failed. Non-zero exit on building the following projects. Yeah. So there's something else going on in here as well. But I'm going to write back and say, let's use routing for this. Routing for this capability. We already have a page route configured for the details page that we can pass slug values into. Syntax might be something like this. Right now, if I want to do code, I do 3 backticks, right? And I want to do, let's copy this. Paste that in. 3 backticks. If my markdown is correct, yeah, look at that. What do you think? This way, we're not creating another method, and we're taking advantage of the built-in routing features. I agree, we shouldn't be formatting URL strings as text. All right. Yes, you can indicate the language of your comment. His PR is based on his previous PR. Yeah. Right, based off of the previous one we already submitted. We already received. So, yeah, there is a way to indicate that language, isn't there? Right, so we get the syntax highlighting. Let's see if I edit. Right, if I do, isn't it something like this? So cool. Thanks, Molly. I appreciate the tip there. Today is the 56th anniversary of the beginning of the Cuban Missile Crisis. Thanks for the reminder, Wintermute. All right, so I'm gonna take offline this issue here with the wiki, not that one, the URL helpers class. It's kind of broken right now inside of this branch, and it's a bit of it's going to be a bit of a slog to finish this refactoring. So I'm going to finish that, and I think we need to start looking at this Azure project. I know some folks have started talking about doing Azure features. Some tightly coupled Azure features. That's that URL friendly. But I'm going to get back into this documentation. I want to get our first start features done so that when folks first start the application, they get their choice of features, they get their application configured properly, and then I want to make sure we deploy out to that CoreWiki.info site. That's about 2 hours, and I think this is a good place to stop today. I'm going to see who's out there doing some programming that we can raid. Jamie Pine. You know what? Honest Dan Games is going as well. Let's see. Who is this? John the Zaz. Who's a good one to raid here? Let's see. Who can we raid? Game development. Developing my Twitch overlay in Unity 3D. Grogasm. What do you think? Brave Cobra says, just bought a green screen. Green screen is a lot of fun. In case you haven't seen it, right, I do have a green screen that I'm using. That's how I drop out my background here. Right, if I turn off my green screen filter. There it is. That's what it actually looks like behind me. I've got green behind me. So I just apply that filter, and it looks like I'm sitting in the middle of. Looks like I'm sitting in the middle of my my code here. Bromy8, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Now, why is that not focused properly? Hello there. Hello there, camera. That'd be great, Brave Cobra. Let me know when you do, and we'll cross promote. All right. So I think we're about done here for today. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to take some time on my own. I'm going to finish cleaning up that URL helper. And we're going to get that all set to go so that we can move on and get back into first start features. And I want to do that on Thursday. Thursday we'll be back here and we'll be writing more code in Ubuntu. 3977 is where we are with that Rainbow Beard Challenge. Oh, it'd be great if we could get to 4,000 before the end of the week. First Start is a project that we started here in CoreWiki. No, it's in the Projects tab. Where we want to have a little wizard when you first launch the wiki application that asks you, what's the name of your admin user? What database providers do you want to use to configure your wiki? And so any other types of theming, or initial name that you want to give to your wiki as you deploy and first get your application stood up and running. WordPress does a great job of getting this configured for you. You know what? Our friend CodeRushed just started. Let's raid CodeRushed. I think it'd be great to raid Mark today. So I am going to raid CodeRushed. There we go. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us today. It was a lot of fun. I think we got a bit done. I'm pretty happy with it. And we'll see you next time. Alrighty. Take care. Say hi to Mark for me. And video will be archived over on YouTube. Have a good one. We'll see you Thursday.